Здравствуйте.
Алин, да, добрый день. Цезарь, добрый.
Добрый.
Вопрос по исследованию.
So the question is about self-inquiry.
What about?
Какой вопрос?
Вопрос. Есть намерение оставаться как можно чаще в самоисследовании.
So there is an intention to stay aware as much as I can.
С одной стороны, это как бы такая же идея, которая, да, кто хочет оставаться в намерении, да, то есть это тоже точка для исследования.
From one side, I see that there is idea that I want to stay in self-inquiry to be aware, but who idea is it?
Но есть и вторая часть, что там обнаруживаешь себя, что ты там уже там, не знаю, несколько дней администрируешь какую-то мысль там про будущее, какой-то деятель пытается какие-то мыслительные процессы будущего там предугадать, либо еще что-то. Ну, то есть, что ты отождествился с идеей, да, и уже как бы не исследуешь, а
So
в
in
этой
other
ментальной болталке сидишь.
So in other hand, I see that somehow I follow the mind, and for a few days I think about some future. So I chew this mental gum, and I cannot stay aware because I follow my thoughts and try to predict some future or anything else.
Go on.
Продолжай.
Let me know when you finish.
Когда вопрос полностью задашь, тогда Цезарю сообщи.
Ну, и вот здесь вот вопрос, да, то есть, если как бы опираться на то, что говорит Цезарь, то как бы любая мысль, да, должна быть исследована, да, то есть кто мыслящий.
So, and if I rely on what you said, Cesar, any idea should be researched in the way who idea is it, whom it belongs to.
Yes.
Да.
See, first of all, he said, I cannot be aware.
Первое, что как бы ваше заявление, я не могу всегда оставаться в этом осознавании.
You cannot not be aware
А на самом деле вы не можете не быть в осознавании
or conscious
или в сознании.
because you cannot not be the awareness or consciousness that you are.
Потому что вы не можете не быть сознанием или осознаванием тем, что вы изначально базово являетесь.
You may not be aware of,
Вы не можете,
of yourself as you actually are.
вы не можете не осознавать себя, то, чем вы изначально являетесь.
That is different.
Вот в этом разница.
Even to say I am not aware, you must be aware that you are not aware.
Говоря, что я не осознаю, это говорится о том, что вы уже должны осознавать то, что вы не осознаете.
See, because people misunderstand that, okay, I should look at myself when the thought arises.
Люди путаются, они говорят, ладно, мне надо посмотреть на себя, когда мысли появляются.
You should look at yourself all the time.
А надо на себя смотреть всегда, в любом моменте.
The thing is that if there are no thoughts, you are only aware of yourself.
You are not or aware?
When there are no thoughts, if there is nothing to see, you're only aware of yourself as the seer.
Получается, что когда нет мыслей, вы осознаете себя, как вы есть, потому что нет ничего, никакого другого объекта для осознавания.
But still there is the idea of being the seer.
Но все еще в этой пустоте присутствует идея того, что вы видящий.
But if the idea of being the seer remains alone, it disappears.
Когда идея того, что вы этот видящий, останется одна, она исчезнет.
And the knowledge of being that which sees, or consciousness, will be absolutely clear.
А знание того, что вы есть то, что видит, или то, что осознает, остается абсолютно очевидным.
Это понимается. Ну, то есть получается, что вот эта вот идея, она как будто бы захватывает, и как будто бы, ну вот идея отождествления, она захватывает и условно становится как будто бы центральной. А вот это вот осознавание, оно всегда есть, но получается, что внимание сфокусировано на вот этой вот мысли. Так что ли получается?
Можно еще
Давай
раз что-то?
Да.
Да, как я что-то даже не могу как-то сформировать это. Короче, я потеряла мысль.
Ну, то есть, правильно ли понимается, что вот этот процесс отождествления, он как будто бы на передний план выходит. И за ним кажется, что осознавание теряется, что исследование теряется.
So when the idea of following the thoughts of being something, of the idea of identification is present, it seems like it goes in front, and when it's in front, you kind of it feels that you lose the awareness.
Again, please.
So when the idea of identity with anything, with the thoughts or anything else is present, it seems like this idea goes in front of me, and it seems like when it captured me, I lost awareness. I lost the self-inquiry.
Then bring it back, regain it.
Тогда возобновляйте это как.
There is no point in complaining or describing the failure.
Нет смысла в том, чтобы жаловаться или описывать неудачу в этом.
To lose self-inquiry means to lose track of oneself.
Потерять ощущение самоисследования, это означает потерять, путь к себе, свою самость.
To pay attention to something other than oneself.
Получается, что внимание направляется на что-то еще, кроме себя.
Да, и вот в этом как раз-таки вопрос, что чтобы начать самоисследование, ты как будто бы должен увидеть, что ты сейчас отождествился. То есть вот этот вот парадокс, что видеть, что ты в том, что ты не можешь начать самоисследование, пока ты не понял, что ты отождествился. И вот отождествление как будто бы может находиться там и час, и там 2 недели, там и месяцами можно сидеть там. Вот в этом моменте. вытащить оттуда.
My problem and paradox is that when I have this identity with something, with the thoughts, I lose track of myself because when I identify myself with something, I cannot remember and go back because I think that I am what I am identity to. And it's in this, it's difficult to notice it, to see it, and to go back to self-inquiry. While you in this identity, it seems like you are it, and it's difficult even to notice it that you are already inside of it.
If you notice that you are inside of it, then you get out of it.
Ну вот как только ты заметил, что ты в нем, тогда ты оттуда и выбираешься.
Понятно, но бывает, что я там смотрю, что я там неделями могу сидеть.
Yeah, it's clear, but sometimes, I see that I could stay in this identity for weeks, and after those weeks, I only can see that I was there, and I could go back to self-inquiry.
The inquiry is too weak.
Значит, слабоватое самоисследование.
I'm not saying it's bad or wrong.
Я не говорю, что это плохо или хорошо.
It is because inquiry is misunderstood. What is the inquiry all about?
Потому что нет четкого понимания, осознавания, о чем вообще самоисследование, что это такое.
Look at yourself. Be aware of yourself. And don't let yourself to be distracted by anything else. It's not that you do it in a particular time when this or that happens.
Это значит, смотри на себя, смотри всегда в себя, независимо от того, что происходит. Получается, что это не какое-то особое время, когда ты должен прийти куда-то, сесть и смотреть в себя. Это постоянное, типа действие. Смотреть на себя.
Remain self-aware without allowing yourself to be distracted by thoughts, feelings, emotions, bodily sensations, sensory perception.
Оставаться самоосознающим — это значит осознавать себя, не разрешая себе отвлекаться на мысли, эмоции, чувства, сенсорные восприятия и прочее.
We are always aware of ourselves.
Мы всегда самоосознающие.
We just mistake ourselves with the body.
Мы просто путаем себя с телом.
Even this I that it is known by you in this moment is already the self.
Даже этот я, который в данный момент думает, что это я, он уже является самостью.
But I appears to be the body, Ivan.
Но кажется, что как будто бы я — это вот это тело, Иван.
Вот на примере, допустим, сегодня там было намерение, да, вот оставаться в осознавании как бы тела, мыслей, там, всего, что происходит.
So, for example, today I have this intention to stay self-aware, no matter what happens, like which thoughts comes and which sensory perceptions I experience. I had this intention.
Но в какой-то момент я отлавливал, что вот мыслительный процесс, он как бы утягивает. То есть я уже отлавливал, что я не наблюдателем, ну, как бы понятно, что процесс наблюдения, он постоянен, да, но отлавливалось, что я находился вот как раз в ментальной вот этой вот обдумывании каких-то идей, то есть либо там
So,
администрировании будущего, прошлого.
so I can I had this intention to stay self-aware, but then I see myself um, thinking all these ideas about the future, and I'm already, it seems like, lost my self-awareness. I was following the mind completely, and then I thought that I am not self-aware. I
You
just
are
follow the
you
mind,
are
and that's
doing
it.
you are doing it even now
Ты это даже сейчас проворачиваешь.
because you are concerned about all these things that are not even happening now.
Ты вот сейчас продолжаешь думать о тех вещах, которые уже сейчас не происходят, а ты обдумываешь это.
You can only inquire now.
Ты только сейчас можешь делать самоисследование.
You cannot do it later.
Ты не можешь отложить это, позже сделать.
Later doesn't exist.
Позже не существует.
И получается, что я вот могу оставаться в этом состоянии, пока вот, нахожусь в контакте с Цезарем, что ли, потом все это затягивает обратно.
It turns that I can be self-aware only when I contact with you, Cesar, because then I easily follow the mind.
No, I am confused. When he follow, can you say that again? Slow
He
down.
said that
There is no rush. Slow down. Slowly, slowly.
so it turns that he thinks that he asks that he can be self-aware only in your presence, because when it's not your presence, he easily follow thoughts.
So any other time you don't know that you are.
А в остальное время ты не знаешь, что ты есть.
You always know.
Забываю.
You always know that you are.
Ты всегда знаешь, что ты есть.
Just be aware that you are. That's all.
Просто осознавай, что ты есть, и все.
And if you can only be aware of yourself while we are together, then stop talking about all these things and remain self-aware.
Если ты можешь осознавать себя только в моем присутствии, тогда перестань болтать обо всем об этом и осознавай. Все, Иван, да?
Hmm?
Я у Ивана спрашиваю, все или нет. Он руку опустил, я не могу понять.
Я просто
I said
загораживаю.
I asked if he finished or not, because he put out the hand and he thought that it, okay, it's he not finished yet.
Done? Все? Да?
Да.
Хорошо. Okay. Thank you, Lina.
Ладно.
Don't try to translate. Just translate. And don't try to make up words and all that. Just let it go.
You know, it feels like I try to make it literally, and the more I try, the less I can, you know,
Yes. Yes.
because I already forgot which word he said, and then I lose all this, like all the thought.
Listen to what the person says. Just listen. You don't have to translate literally. Okay.
Mm.
And if you just listen, you will see what the people means. And then you translate that.
You know, so I know what he means, but he described the same thought from other angles, and the thought is the same, but he used the other angles, and I'm trying like to say it as much as he said. But probably I should teach Marius, you know, I should not study Marius, because Marius, he shortened to the point when he translated.
To teach Marius or to learn from Marius?
No, to learn from Marius.
To
To
learn.
study from Marius, yes, because his translation is really short and pointing.
Yes, yes, to you. I translated also. So, and I'm telling you what I was told. Okay, just listen to what the person says. Right? You know the
Yes.
subject already. You are familiarized with all that. You have listened. You listen to so many questions and statements, right?
Mm.
So you more or less we know what the people are talking about, and then we try to translate that to put that into words. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh. ¿Cómo están? ¿Qué tal? Okay.
Okay, so I see your point.
Okay. Otherwise, we give a chance. Yelena also is there to translate, so you can like to see how she does it.
She goes, I think, better than me. If she is present, it's
It's okay.
better than she translates.
Like for translating for you is good. Okay, there is a reason why I'll ask you to translate, but let's give it a chance. Okay, a couple of times. So you okay, pay attention.
I see.
Nelson Dilena also knows me for many, many years.
Mm.
Right, and she's familiarized with the way I speak and my broken English and all that. So
But still, your broken English is better than mine, because I haven't lived abroad, and I never teach English to. I just teach it for traveling. That's it, and I teach.
that's okay.
I study for traveling, and my traveling was about to order some food, to check in, check out from the hotel, and speak a little bit to locals, you know, and that's it.
That's okay. Never mind. Okay, never mind.
Okay. Okay, when you need translation, tell me if it's you need it from me or from Leno, because sometimes I raise the hand and sometimes I don't know, should I raise or shouldn't, you know, just like tell.
She laughed.
Yes. Okay.
Juan Carlos.
Hola César, hace ya tiempo que no estoy por aquí. Eh, Sigo con mi tratamiento de deshabituación a la cocaína y me va bastante bien.
Qué bueno.
Eh, la verdad es que he tenido bastante tiempo para indagar, sobre todo en los momentos de sufrimiento, no de conocimiento. He tenido bastante tiempo para indagar. Me ha servido de mucho. Eh, Mi pregunta es la siguiente. Si no, si no soy el cuerpo ni soy la mente, ¿qué importancia tiene cuidar el cuerpo y la mente?
Dímelo tú. Se sabe mejor que nadie la respuesta a esa pregunta. Deja de alimentar el cuerpo a ver cómo te va, a ver qué resulta de allí. Decir eso es muy fácil. Ignorar completamente el cuerpo y a la mente es otra cosa. ¿Me explico?
Sí, sí, César. Te digo esto porque ayer me han diagnosticado EPOC, enfermedad pulmonar obstructiva crónica, por culpa del tabaco y del trabajo que he mantenido durante toda mi vida de soldador. Entonces, no me asusta la muerte.
No te oí lo que dijiste al final.
No me asusta la muerte.
Si uno sabe realmente que uno no es el cuerpo, entonces la palabra muerte no significa mucho o nada.
Lo sé teóricamente.
Mm.
Lo he oído muchas veces, muchísimas veces. Lo he leído. Te lo he escuchado decir a ti. Pero realmente no he alcanzado el punto de comprensión o de asimilación.
El punto de comprensión y asimilación llega por medio de la autoobservación o autoindagación, autoatención, autoconciencia, como lo quieran llamar.
Entonces debo partir de la base de que no sé hacer la autoindagación todavía.
No.
Creo que he desarrollado una sensibilidad especial al sufrimiento y cada vez que siento ese sufrimiento pongo la atención en mí mismo y automáticamente cesa el sufrimiento y el flujo de pensamientos. Y si vienen pensamientos los ignoro.
Muy bien. Eso es indagación.
No me hago preguntas de quién soy yo ni de dónde vienen estos pensamientos. No intelectualizo eso.
Se trata de llevar la atención a ti mismo. Si tú prestas atención a ti mismo, deja de ponerle atención a los pensamientos. Si dejas de poner atención a los pensamientos, la atención recae sobre ti mismo. Y aún así, aunque le pongas atención a cualquier cosa, igual te estás prestando atención a ti mismo porque sabes que estás presente poniendo la atención a otra cosa que no es a ti mismo. ¿Me explico?
Sí, soy consciente en todo momento.
Eres consciente en todo momento y eres consciente de que eres en todo momento. Ahora, ¿por qué no somos conscientes de lo que realmente somos en todo momento? Porque o en todo momento o de momento en momento le ponemos más atención a otra cosa que a nosotros mismos.
Me doy cuenta de que muchas veces pasa bastante tiempo en el cual no soy consciente ni de mí ni de lo que pienso, porque estoy inmiscuido en actividades o en acciones y pasa el tiempo y no,
No puedes estar inmiscuido en una acción y a la vez no ser consciente de que eres. Todos son siempre conscientes de que son, pero no todos son siempre conscientes de lo que realmente son. Eso es todo, porque se confunden a sí mismos con el cuerpo.
Lo que sí noto es que cada vez eh, con mayor frecuencia llevo la atención a mí mismo cuando lo recuerdo.
Es
Cada vez lo recuerdo más a menudo.
correcto, eso es indagación. Así que lo estás haciendo bien. Por lo tanto, tienes que haberla comprendido.
Nada más era eso. Gracias, César.
Muy bien, muy bien, muy bien.
Gracias. Bajo la mano.
Hay tratamiento para la condición física que te diagnosticaron.
Dejar de fumar y algún tratamiento con corticosteroides, nebulizadores bueno, es una enfermedad crónica, pero se puede mejorar la calidad de vida,
Muy,
sobre todo si dejo de fumar.
muy bien, ¿por qué no?
Lo haré entonces.
Mm,
Gracias, César.
A la orden.
Ya, mi amor.
Mm.
I see that.
Hi,
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good.
I want to ask you, I don't know if you has this problem, but it's disturbing me always is some melody rotation in my brain. It's not so much thoughts, but between the thoughts always a few melodies, always rotation. It's not even songs, but when I wake up after a few seconds, this is following became naturally like a breath. What to do?
Ignore it.
Yes, but
To whom it appears.
yeah, I ask me this question and it stop it, but then again, oh
Then
my God.
do it again and again and again.
I feel like my mind is supporting itself with this
Correct.
because when I
Correct.
it's
Even though you for a moment have a glimpse of yourself as consciousness and know that your reality as consciousness is unaffected by mind, then you won't be bothered if the mind is active or not, because you will remain aware of yourself as you are. And then you will remain unaffected by the quantity and the quality of mental activity, physical activity, yours or someone else's.
Yeah, I know this nice state, but this glimpse is very rarely, and these melodies it's not so much thoughts, but melodies. And I don't listen to the music very, very rarely. Many years I don't like to listen to the music, but these melodies disturbing.
They are not disturbing. They are the mind is the mind sings the melody and then the mind feels disturbed by it. It's a mind game. Consciousness is affected by whatever the mind is playing.
So the best way is the question, to whom is this melody? Yes?
Not the question, but to see
To
who,
whom?
to see, not to ask the question to whom, but to see.
Yes, yes, yes.
the-
To
who is,
whom this melody appear?
yes.
Understand. When I do the static meditation as sitting, it's okay to stay without this. But when I try to inquire dynamic meditation when I'm doing something, it's difficult to stop this patephone.
Yeah. Sometimes the way you put it in English is difficult for me to understand.
Yes, my English is not perfect. So I mean, when I sit and do meditation, these melodies are not disturbing me. But when I try to inquire to meditate, when I do something, it's like a background, these melodies.
No, you are the background of the melody. You are that where where that melody can exist, where it plays out. You are the witness. So the source, the witness, substratum, background, and where all that disappears.
Yeah, I understood. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Maria, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine, thank you.
How many years?
Sorry, just a second. I need to find myself. Just a moment. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, that's 15 years, maybe.
Maybe, yes, long time.
It was in 2011 in Open World in Moscow. I'm very glad to see you again.
Imagine that. That was 15
And
years ago already, right?
yes, 15 years ago. And it was amazing. I can't stop laughing because when I see you, when I opened the videos with you, I want only to laugh and laugh. I don't know why. And I don't know why, because maybe I don't know, because of the state, but I can't say that this is a state. I don't know how to express this. I don't know how to explain this. I just I don't know how to name this. Maybe to say the state or not a state. I don't know how to explain this. I don't know how to find words to explain. We can say using words that this is a state, but I don't think that this is a state.
No need to explain.
That's what,
It cannot be explained. It can only be experienced.
and I want to experience. I only want to experience this.
You are that.
And sometimes I wanted to ask you some questions because for me it's just interesting can it be or it can't be? Because sometimes I feel myself like my body is transparent, and I feel that I can see all objects. I don't know how to explain correctly, but I can see with my whole body, and I can look at cars, at trees, at people, and sorry because of my English, I can't explain it at once, but I want to look and look and look, and I can't stop looking at the objects of the world, and I don't know, and I like I like looking at these objects. Can I feel like this? Yes or not? I don't know.
As long as sensory perception is working as in the waking state, one will be aware of the surroundings. But if the ego is present, then the surrounding is something different other than oneself. If there is no ego, the surroundings are nothing but oneself. Because the idea of the seer seeing and actor seeing being three separate entities is not present.
Mm-hmm.
And the ego is not present when the attention is not on the object, but on the subject, on the seer. If the attention falls on the seer disappears. And in reality, in that state, we don't know anything, we just are.
And I don't feel myself seer. I don't
Yes.
feel myself like this.
There is nobody conscious. There is consciousness, and we are that consciousness. We know oneself as consciousness itself.
Uh-huh.
From that point of view, if we might call it like that, there are no others. There is no world, there is no object. I mean, as something else, as something other than oneself.
Ah, I see. Thank you. Thank you. Now I understand. Thank you very much. I'm very, very glad one more time.
Yeah. Everything is consciousness. That's the whole point. To become aware of the fact that there is nothing that exists separately, independently from consciousness. Everything is consciousness. If consciousness alone is, then who is going to be conscious of what? If there is only one, then what is the second one? The other one that can be possibly known.
Now I understand better. Thank you very, very much one more time.
Consciousness is your silence. It's absolute silence. Happiness is a result of knowing that oneself is the self. But in deep sleep, I don't see anybody laughing. In deep sleep, everybody looks very peaceful, right? Even somebody is sleeping deeply, when that person is not dreaming. That body looks as if it is dead.
Sorry, can I ask you one more question? And awareness itself, can we name it like happiness?
We call it silence more than happiness.
Like this.
What is the experience of deep sleep? Absolute silence, absolute peacefulness, right? And what is the only thing that it is present in deep sleep? Consciousness or awareness, right? And who is there but ourself? Ourself itself is consciousness or awareness, and one's reality is silence, absolute peace.
Cesar, if you know yourself as the one self, it doesn't mean that irritation will not be there, or irritation belongs to ego.
Not necessary.
You just don't identify yourself with it. You just see it, and
if there is no ego, our irritation is to make somebody aware of his stupidity, arrogance, ego sense.
I don't know what
Ramana would get annoyed with some devotees sometimes, and he will stand up and go for a walk, he disappears. When he was in the kitchen, it is said that he was very strict, that things should be done properly and carefully and on time.
So it doesn't mean that you are always in this harmony, whatever it is.
No, you don't. If there is no ego, you don't hold resentment or hard feelings towards the person. It's like you not even pass the page after something happens. So you burn the page. And then you see the person again as it actually is in that moment. No, as you saw it before, right? Because the experience didn't leave any imprint. Therefore, there is no tendency to react to that person in the same way every time you see that person.
So it's just like moment reaction, yes?
Yes, for example, my son needed to go to some classes some time ago, and he needed to take his keys with you. But he's very, oh God, his attention is terrible, right? And then he cannot find the keys to leave the house or to enter the house. And I know where he left it, and all, but I didn't see it again. I said, well, let me just, I said, no. See, can you see what happens when you don't pay attention, when there is no discipline, when there is no order, right? Suppose that I was not in the house and you need to leave the house. How are you going to leave the house? How you want to enter the house? You can't. So you have to pay attention to what you do, right? And I have to say it in a way, right, that it produces an impact in him, because if I am nice and sweet, he will just, okay, whatever, I can do whatever he wants, and my dad will not say anything, right? So I will reinforce the lack of attention, right, and the lack of discipline.
Just today I was rude to my mom because
am I angry with him? No. Do I hate him? No, because I love him, right? I say so because, you don't want consequences to be there if he doesn't pay attention, right? And after 3 seconds, when he passed by again, okay, fine, that's gone. See? There is something else going on there. It's like externally, you may look upset, right? But internally, you are fresh like a cucumber. You feel it. See, you feel that you haven't lost track of your inner peace or happiness or whatever you like to call it. Your reality. Because everything is yourself. So if there is no ego, it doesn't matter how your mind functions or your body functions, right? You still are also aware of your reality. See, you haven't lost the peacefulness of yourself. Not lose it, but to lose track of it, right? You still are aware of your reality. It doesn't matter how you play out mentally.
Mm.
Sometimes we have to behave like a snake that it has no poison, but it has to pretend that it is poisonous. Otherwise, the people will walk over it.
Mm.
Mm.
You just last time you tell me move spontaneously and speak spontaneously, and today I kind of try to speak spontaneously to my mom, and she got upset because of my spontaneous reaction, and she was trying to tell me some story, and she already she already listening to the knowledge. She got her own master. He's Russian speaking, but still, and like sometimes we speak about this topic, and today she was trying to tell me some sort of stories, and she was reacting, and I said, Mom, can you see this is a mind game and all this, and I don't want to listen this story because I got really irritated about all this, because it's just a mind, and this is mind game, and and she was like, lately, like before we speak a lot, and now I can even speak to you because you're not listening, you're not interested in anything. And I'm like, okay, but you know what all this is about. And then I felt after, like, I can after we stopped, and I felt some guilty, and I was like, probably I reacted too harsh, but it was spontaneous, and I didn't mean to be rude or something. I don't want to get involved in a mind game, because it's you go there easily, and now I am even irritated in any interactions, you know.
If there is no ego, you will not be affected by that. You will not even think about it now, because the action wouldn't have leave any imprint. So the ego now is worried about the consequences of the action. Because I did it, now I feel somehow affected by it.
Yeah, I feel guilty to be rude to my mom.
Otherwise the question will not arise. Right?
Yeah, and the funny thing is, like, I already asked those questions today to you, in my head, and you answered the same. That the question will not arise if there is no ego. The answer is like completely the same.
If I am not the doer, I am not the enjoyer of the consequences, or the sufferer of the consequences. I am a mere witness, right? And as a witness, if somebody commits a crime, right? Let's say there is a victim and the victimizer, and I witness that. What do I have to do with that? I don't experience what the victim experiences, nor I experience what the victimizer experiences, right? They say neither the rage of the attacker nor the pain of the person that has been attacked. I'm just witnessing it, right?
Yeah, yes.
They're not involved in that action, right? I am different from them, right? So as consciousness, we are different from the body and the mind. Our reality is different. Even when that is not separate from ourselves, our reality is different from any of it, or from all of it. Now, do I feel affected? In what way?
Yes, I see. In the way identity to be a daughter.
Is it about the person, right? Or is it about me, right?
Yes, it's about the person to be this daughter of my mom and feeling of guilt. Yes, I see.
Maybe we can approach to this the same. We can approach to the same thing, perhaps in a different way. Now, certainly, when the ego disappears, and even when the tendencies lessen, right? They get less and less. Our behavior changes, right? And our reactions and attitude towards things changes, and the world and the family, and this and that. And people notice it. And they may think that there is something wrong with you, that you changed. And not for good. That is not normal. See, it's not you anymore. Something is wrong, right?
Mm.
That person may be worried or preoccupied, especially if it is somebody close, family member, our parents, right? So we may have to explain them in a way that, you know, we try. We may succeed, we may not, right?
Mm. Mm.
I was a complete different person when I grew up in the same island where I live now. So imagine that. I left this island when I was 18 and I went to live in the city and I lived like quite a life there and I went to India and all that. So for me, it's like interesting that I am back in the same place where everything started, right?
Mm.
And I have friends and I have family, not in the island, just a couple of them, but they don't see, I'm not the same person, so to speak, right?
Mm.
But, you know, we can explain and approach to it in a different way. But how they will react and how will they take it, there is nothing that you can do. But
Mm.
it's not that they are living a wrong life and now we are right? Or
Yes,
that we
yes.
reject them. No, it's not about them, right?
Mm.
It's just that certain tendencies or predisposition are no longer operating in oneself. They're gone. And we can't help it. Say
Maybe
the
because
word, say the word pop or disco when I was 17, 18. Ooh, I will jump out of my skin, right? Party time.
yeah, me too.
Until the sun rises, right? And it's all that implies
Mm.
that. Say it now, I say, oh, good Lord. Thanks. I pass,
Yeah.
right?
Mm. Just they get you that before I was initiate the conversation, I was like sort of family psychologist, but now I'm not interested in anything. Even when I talk to my husband, it's something practical, or he tell me something and I listen to him without interest. It's not without I'm not interested. It's neutral, absolutely neutral. It's not about to be interested or to be not interested. He's like a cat who is making like meow meow meow, and I'm like, yeah yeah yeah, I love you anyway. So, and I don't know, I don't.
But it's interesting because we don't hate that person, right? And we don't even want to be away from that person. It's just that thing that just doesn't click, and that's all. It's not a big deal.
It just goes the way it goes, and you are present, and that's it. I just had this idea that you be
We
all
could
this
we lose interest in things, right? We just take things for what they are. That might be necessary for the survival of the body, for the so-called day-to-day living, right?
Mm.
And then we go and get them only because of that, the food, even the money and work.
Mm.
But we know already that no happiness comes from it. No peace, no love come from anywhere. Because all that, while we were looking in the world, is realized to be no other than oneself,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
So being what we want, what is it that what we want? And being something other than the body, right? Different than the body. Why so much care about it, right? Certainly we look after the body, right? There is no
Yes.
need even to be uncomfortable if there are means to keep the body safe and warm and all. Why not? The body is not to blame, right?
Mm.
Nor it is needed to suffer, right? And to be punished or go through austerities and all that. If you can afford to keep it nice, then by all means, right?
Mm.
We don't understand this because even in India it's difficult to understand. Ramana Maharshi left his house. Ciao, cheers and goodbye, adios. Right? And the family didn't know about him for a long, long time. He
Mm.
just left a note. No need to worry about me because I'm going through a journey, whatever he wrote, right?
Mm.
And he just disappeared. And an uncle found him, right? And begged him, please come back home. Your mom is suffering. He didn't even talk to him, right? He just was absolutely quiet. And the mother came after some time when the uncle said, I found your son, right? And out of pity or compassion, he wrote something to the mother. He didn't talk to her, didn't even talk to her. He wrote something in a piece of paper, which was his first teaching, I believe.
Mm.
Whatever is meant to happen will happen, right? Try to avoid it by all means. What is not meant to happen will not happen. Try to make it happen by all means, right? Knowing that the best thing we do, the best thing that we can do is to remain silent, quiet. I never came back home.
Mm.
So if that is in India, right, with such a profound influence by this culture, this knowledge, so what can you expect from Western society and our families and friends and all that?
Mm. But even now my family know about the knowledge. My sister participates satsangs and they every day watch videos and all the stuff. And it seems to me that they should have understand what is all about. But now they want to chat and I don't want to chat even this topic anymore, anything like. And they are like disappointed in me or something, to be less involved in family situation and family stuff. Even in we have the family chat, and every morning somebody make audio messages about, because we live completely in a different places. My sister live in other country, and we with my mom live in a different cities, in Russia. And every morning we are like, okay, my day is about this and about that, and when I open it, I don't even have desire to listen what's happening. It's not about I'm not interested. It's about I'm neutral to everything that happens, and I don't get much involved, or if I see too many messages which I pass, I tell if it's something happens that I need to know, please tell me, because I can just listening to all this common stuff about I did this and I go there. They just share information during what happens during the day, and it's not about I don't love them or something. I'm just not interested in anything completely at all. It seems like I stopped and
we can
world moved around.
we say, oh, after so much time, people don't understand. How much time to understand ourselves? I know people for 15, 20 years. I have no clue what I'm talking about yet. Or sometimes come for the first time and I give an explanation and it is understood. So we cannot sit in a position of a judge. See, I am here every single day, 4 or 5 hours a day online, plus the amount of time that I spend listening to people question on WhatsApp messages, private, the group, email, Facebook, and all that.
Yeah, and sometimes I think of it and I'm like, this is insane. How you bear it?
Yes, yes. There is no judgment. If you don't understand,
Yeah.
I repeat myself. Maybe not too many times in one shot, but what to do, right? And Amalai Swami, for example, 12 years with Ramana Maharshi, living with him, right? And doing basically all the work in the ashram constructions and all that. Took him 12 years to have a glimpse of his reality, right?
Mm.
So what can we expect about other people? So we can be just polite. I did this. Oh, really? Oh, nice. Good. Happy that you enjoyed. Great. Right. See, all this, also, people see pictures of Ramana Maharshi and they imagine a man that was always sitting like a stone, not talking, not doing anything the whole day. That's not true. People will talk to him, kids, everybody will go and talk to him about anything. He may have something to say or not, but everything was reported to him. Whatever was happening, it was reported directly to him, right? And Amalai Swami had like a particular preference, like a particular time, okay, during the day, and he would be able to be with Ramana from this time to this time, only for himself, because he had to deal with all the constructions and all that stuff for this day and the next day and the plans and all that. So the kids will go and bring the toys and ask him if he likes the new toys that he got for Christmas. And he will take the toy, a doll, and Ramana will say, oh, look, he opens and closes the eyes, opens and closes the eyes. Nice, nice, very nice, and give it back. So sometimes our spiritual ego goes too high, right? See, once we were coming from the lecture hall, we were walking with Mr. Ratanlal back to his house, and he was going to his house, and we were going out of the ashram, walking on the same road. And he asked me, how's this? And how was satsang today? And I say, oh, questions today were very low level, right? And he just looked at me and say, oh, very low level, right? I say, it's okay, I understand. Now when I get home, I will put a candle to Baba and I pray God, see, that everybody should be on the same high level as yours, And
Yes.
yes. So
No, I'm not talking about like I'm prior or something, they're less, or it's about, like it seems like all the conversation, they just put gasoline in the mind stuff, and you just want to stop it and remain until, and
We may
like
we may be aware of the fact that people don't understand. We may pass a comment, but that's different to judge. If we judge, then we suffer, right?
yes.
So the one that suffer really is ourselves.
Come again?
The one that really suffer is the judge.
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel this irritation, and irritation is already suffering. I love the example about the Baba and the candle.
Yes, yes. That was a way to tell me that you are so high,
Yeah, I see.
And by doing so, he brought me back to see my feet, right?
Yeah, of course. Yes. Spiritual ego is more subtle. It's quite difficult to figure out.
Yeah, we have family and friends and all that. We are not living, otherwise we go to the forest and live on
Yeah.
fruits and stuff.
In Russia, quite difficult to live in forest.
Yeah,
It's cold.
exactly. So exactly. So
In
we
India, probably.
no. It's all this. We are this. Sometimes we just speak things as we know it. Oh, detachment, the world, this and that. See, when you get sick or when a really tough situation approaches to you, I want to see how enlightened you are. Not you in particular, right? But no, I don't care about the body. I want to see if you get a cancer. But if the doctor
Yeah.
says you then have to remove your legs or something, right? And
Mm,
then you tell me how unaffected you are, right?
yes.
No, the world and the city. I can live in a forest. Then go to the forest and tell me how it goes. Right? Send me a letter, smoke signals right from the forest. No, I'm happy here with our food and clothes and shelter and
Yeah.
enjoying the
No,
mosquitoes and all that stuff is fantastic. They don't bother me. Right?
actually, as the ego, I never wanted to have this spiritual life. I wanted to live in the city center, like in the big city, and get involved in all this. But
This is not about you in particular again.
yeah, I see. I just said that, like, like this spiritual stuff. It um I see the imprint, but it's not the same as others. I think it's, I don't know. It just is. And
Yes, yes, yes. So we are back in the city, right? Hello, how are you? Nice to meet you. Oh, I went to the play football. Oh, fantastic. How was the game? It was nice. Okay, I'm happy that you enjoyed. And we are polite and okay, I gotta go now. Nice to see you. Cheers and goodbye. Right. This Gee, we were lucky to spend time with these beings and how he behaves so normal as human beings, right? Baba will approach to the children, to the kids from the school when they were allowed. See, some of them will go to darshan each day, what time, so they could manage to all of them to see him. And I remember he passed by And they were kids like, I don't know, they must be around 8, 10 years old. And there is a particular dish in India called idli, which is like how to call it? It's like a mass made out of flour, a mixed flour of rice and wheat, right?
Mm.
It's like in Russia, could it be like what? Like a polenta or something, you know?
Yes. Kasha.
Yeah, something like that.
Mm.
And then he asked one boy, and what do you have for breakfast? And I said, I got two idlis, Swami. 2 idlis, very good, very good. And you, how many? 3. And he would say, 3, you eat 3? Yes, oh God, Lord, good, good. And he would carry on walking. So all this, you know, when he will receive people in the interview room, he will behave like the best host possible, right? Are you okay? Are you comfortable? It's hot.
Mm.
Shall I put the fan? No, no, no. Because people were polite and he knew it was hot. Okay, let's put the fan. Little bit slow, but just a little bit. Be comfortable. See, what can I do for you? See, what's the matter? What do you want? Right? So all these funny ideas about how it is to be egoless is just that, ideas, right?
Mm.
And then from that ego egoless point of view, then we judge the others, right?
Mm.
We take a stand and we speak from there. Imagine if you had kids, no? My son will come every day from the school and blah 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 blah, 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 blah. Like,
I
if
cannot imagine.
you say, oh my
I've
God, boy, all these worldly things. No, what to do is a boy, right? And you deal with it accordingly, right?
mm.
Of course, if he goes out of hand, then you may have to put it in his place. But
I never wanted to have kids. I don't know why.
yeah, I'm not talking about you in particular.
Yeah,
But
yes.
you are reacting personally to what I say. See,
Yes.
you make it about yourself. So be aware of
Mm-hmm.
that.
What myself.
Mm.
I just try to have less conversation, not because I'm disturbing or something. I just because it's run my thought process, and I
You are trying. Is you're
yeah,
trying?
it's a control mechanism. Once
It's
again, I try to get rid of thoughts. Yes.
yes.
Yeah, I be aware of it.
Mm.
Okay, thank you, Cesar.
It's avoidance, right?
Mm,
It is rejection. See, it's a mind game also.
mm-hmm.
Mind can even go into imaginary spiritual trances, not to face life and to deal with things, right?
Mm. Inventive.
Yes, yes. This is why to get rid of the ego by yourself, good luck on that. I mean, possible, but I'll remove my hat and say, well, fantastic. Okay,
For
6:15.
that reason, I don't
Yes,
skip. I'm here.
this is okay. I gotta go now. Okay, see
Thank you.
you tonight. Nos vemos a la noche, okay?